For Paramount Plus' new TV series adaptation, Halo, which released this March, MPC artists worked on over 400 shots from epic battle scenes to recreating key characters for the series. MPC VFX supervisors Craig Calvert and Tim Ledbury, together with VFX producers Nick Colangelo and Nicola Kingham, led the project from the Toronto and London studios. MPC helped bring the much-loved Halo universe to life for fans and new audiences worldwide via Paramount Plus' new TV series adaptation, which was released on the 24th of March 2022. Dramatizing an epic 26th-century conflict between humanity and the alien threat known as the Covenant, Halo the series weaves personal stories with a large dose of action, adventure, and a richly imagined vision of the future. The core of MPC's work on Halo was bringing the iconic creatures and epic battles to the screen. We focused development on the Sangheili, Elites, Prophets, Lekgolo, and Digi-Double Spartans used throughout the series. Much of the large battles were MPC sequences, including the surprise attack on Madrigal Outpost and the brutal Covenant assault on Eridanus. The Lekgolo ambush on the UNSC corvette and all additional Prophet and Sangheili close-up and dialogue shots throughout were brought to life by MPC teams. From the outset, we were guided that this iteration of Halo would strive to be physically grounded and bring the fantastical aspects of the universe into a more realistic setting. Being huge fans of the series, we drew from the immense catalog of reference material and worked to bring in elements that would fit this grittier world. Many different vendors worked to create the environments throughout the series, with our work focusing on the ancient temple featured in the final episode. The plateau was a massive collaboration between multiple vendors, with the sequences being roughly divided as inside and outside of the temple. We handled the majority of inside work, including building and sharing the full temple asset used to extend the roughly 12 feet practical walls into a vaulted ceiling. Exterior close-ups we similarly extended with the weathered asset, with distant shots for all vendors being the full CG temple. Sometimes the most challenging shots are the ones where the least is happening, and there is nowhere to hide. This was especially true with the Prophets, some of the most rewarding and challenging shots for us. The Prophets were a wonderful mix of traditional on-set puppetry and CG takeover of the head and neck. A practical character version was built for the actor to respond to and for lighting and shot composition reference. A performer was within the setup manipulating the arms and body, while external puppeteers guided the long neck. Later we painted out the head and neck, adding back in our CG version with an updated and refined performance. Layers of skin jiggle and bushy eyebrows were added to complete their look. The Prophet of Mercy had the most screen time, and it was our main focus to give weight and depth to each delivery. We spent over a year refining his skin look dev and eye shading to give him that aged, sunken, cataract-ridden feel yet still feel photoreal and menacing.